Hello and welcome to another one. We are out again. It's just turned July. I'm out with Mr. O and Darren, as you saw a couple of weeks ago probably. He suggested going and visiting this place on the LVA, the Landscape of Photography Adventures Facebook group. He said, I'm going here. I thought, that's a good idea, let's go there. Not planning on going uphill, not planning on walking through a load of high ferns and stuff like that when there's a nice gravel path on the other side of the dam. And we had to walk across and traverse a handmade bridge he built us to get across the weir, which wasn't very good. We nearly got wet feet, but we're here. Where are we? We're in the Peak District, but it's the north part of the Peak District. We're at Dovestones and we're heading up there. There's a little place called the Trinnacle. It's 3 rocks that stick out. We can actually see it from where we are now. We just walked probably a mile and a half, 2 miles to get to where we are. But yeah, it's not been too bad underfoot. But the last little bit does look steep. Darren assures us it's a nice gentle slope. We will see. I've got my stick just in case. So yeah, the next time I'm going to talk to you is at the top. I'm not going to do loads and loads of B-roll this time. I'm going to go up there, shoot the Trinnacle in whatever weather conditions it's going to give us. It could be sun, it could be cloud, it could be raining. It just depends on what it wants to do. So I'll talk to you when I get to the top. And yeah, the Trinnacle, Peak District. I wasn't banking on this. This is quite a steep walk. We're actually climbing up the side of the river. It's nice, but it's hard going. I wasn't going to talk to you going up, was I? But we're on a bit of a level spot and it's like a little grotto just here. Just look at this. How amazing is that? It's a scramble coming up here. I'm going to tell you now, this is not for the faint-hearted at all. It's pretty steep, it's pretty tricky. You're lucky you've got this amount of water. Any more water than this and some of it would be quite hard to cross. We've got to cross the river and we're literally climbing up the rocks on the side of the river. You can see this guy coming up here now. It's not the easiest thing to do. And avoiding people as well with the COVID still in the air. But yeah, this is really, really nice. Really, really, really nice. So I thought I'd have to stop and just show you it. It's going grey, but apparently we're coming back down the other side, so I'm quite pleased Darren's told us that, because I don't fancy going back down there. It's a fantastic little walk, this is. Not so easy on the knees, but well worth it. Oh, wow. Right, this is getting really interesting now. Hopefully this is the last hard hard part we'd have to do. We've just had to walk back across the river there, so we've had to balance, and that is a big step. So we've all used my stick to get across, but we're up now on this side now. We're on the right side, and we're going back down that way. These poor people down there, the young girls have just fallen in, bless them. Oh, I've got a prickle in my bum. I've just been spiked. Right, we're now heading that way, and I will talk to you at the top, because this looks like we're going uphill. You know me, I can't really help myself for a little bit of an interesting photograph. I've come over and I've stood on the edge of this rock now, which is quite high, but lucky enough I don't suffer with vertigo or anything. What's caught my eye though is this. Check that out for a rock. How amazing is that? How is that possibly standing there? And I know it's horrible to say, but I would love to see something like that crash, as long as no one gets hurt, as long as there's no, you know, public damage. But I'd love to hear and see what the sound of that goes. But even if the rock I'm stood on starts moving, I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to make it quick. But that is amazing. So we're going to do a shot of that, just because I've never seen it before. I just like the idea of having all these rocks down here in the side. When the heather comes out, this will be absolutely stunning. Really stunning. But I just like that. And there's some lovely cloud formation, so we've got no blue skies. I think it'll make a nice shot. I might even get down, just get some of these heathers down here in the bottom, just down there, and use some of these leading lines to cracks in the rocks just to take us over there. And when the sun catches it as well, it's just giving it a bit of a three-dimensional shape to it as well. And that's really nice. I'm going to get the camera out, get a quick shot of that before I make my way up to the Trinnacle. Pretty good, pretty nice that. But what a view, what an absolute fantastic place. Look at the river down there we've just come from. We've walked across from down that end down there. It's pretty awesome. I'm assuming we've only got to go around this corner. Let's get this shot done anyway and take this one home with us. I know I said I was going to talk to you when I got to the Trinnacle, but we had to stop and take a picture of this again. Took one from behind me, as you just saw from back there, but as we got a bit closer, we can sort of see down into the valley a little bit. It just looked quite nice, so Owen got his camera out, I got mine out. I'm not 100% sure about mine. I'm trying to get these colours. I keep getting told off about getting close to the rocks. I keep trying to get these colours in the rocks down there. So I brought the tripod down sort of as low as I can possibly get it to try and get that. But by doing that, I've made the rocks stick out a little bit above the hill line. I think it works, but it's that dimension you're looking for. So I've got the foreground interest and I've got the main interest and then the background. And f11's enough, I think, to get most of it in sharp focus without being too narrow. What I might actually do, I might actually take a narrow one. If I drop it down to 5.6 and then focus on the actual rock, the light's sort of in between at the moment. If I go to 5.6, what that might do is give me a bit more depth on the back part of the image, so I can actually soften the background and have the front and the rock in focus. That might work quite nicely. So yeah, a little bit of focus stacking going to go on that one. And that's that job jobbed. I'm going to get myself a selfie here because I think that would be pretty cool. Try and get a selfie with that rock. I don't think I can get on top of it, and I think I'll probably get told off if I did by these two. But yeah, selfie's got to be done as well.
Feels a lot better with the hat on.
Get your ears covered up. Well, in true Compton day out, look at it, the weather's turned to that. It's gone really grey. I haven't managed to get my selfie yet, so as soon as this rain stops, alright, goes over, I'm going to get a selfie done. But typical, isn't it? Typical. We're just going to get round to the Trinnacle, which is literally probably another 50 yards. Never mind. It's only a drop of rain, it might go away in a minute, but yeah, it's proper wet. Proper wet.
Okay, guys. Okay.
Right, you wouldn't believe this. We've just come down, we just made it to the Trinnacle now, and we've just got the cameras out and get set. And these two crazy ladies have turned up. Look, she stood here, and there's Sarah. We've just found out her name. Sarah's up on the top of the Trinnacle. How cool is that? That's just encouraging me to want to go up there now. Right, we've got to get a picture. Definitely got to get a photo while she's still stood up there. I'll be back. Can you not make it? Oh, the phone, right. We can do phones. We can do phones. Right, she's come back all the way up here. What was your name? Mimi. Mimi. So we've got Mimi and Sarah, two absolute crazy people going up on top of the Trinnacle. Right, I'm going to give it over to Darren. Now, Darren, you can do the honours with their phone, and I'll fire off a shot. Absolutely brilliant. Getting someone on top of the rocks really gives you a different scale to the image. It's proper nice. We've got Owen dog sitting. Owen's doing some dog sitting just here. This is crazy, absolutely crazy. Look at them. Well done, you two. Right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Wicked. Right, you can get one on your phone. Make sure we get plenty on the phone. That looks pretty cool as well. And we're going to go again. Nice and steady. And I'm just going to tip the camera around onto vertical. That was really cool. Just got them to do a couple of poses so they can take a picture of themselves as well. So that's pretty epic. I'm just making me think now. I'm going to have a walk down and have a look, because I can't come up all the way up here and not have a look. If I can't get up there, I can't. But I might have to have a try, because that is definitely one for my collection. But yeah, brilliant. So remember that, Mimi and Sarah, you ever meet them, get them to climb the rocks. They'll do them for you. Right, well, this is a lesson in what not to do. We're not supposed to climb on the rocks, we're not supposed to risk our life, but do you know what? I'm 51 years old. If it's my time, it's my time. I just saw that Amy and Sarah, Mimi or whatever her name is, and Sarah, they climbed up here. So I've come up to have a look and see how easy it was. And in all fairness, it's pretty easy to get up. I can't get onto that one because the step's just too big. But yeah, not too bad. Quite enjoyed that. That's definitely one for my record of doing things. But if Denise was here, there's not a chance she'd let me out and do it. But it was fun anyway. So right, I'm coming back up. Let's get back to taking some photographs and some decent compositions. I've just moved around to set up another composition, and 3 more ladies have just turned up. I don't know what it is with this place and ladies, but they've just turned up, and 2 of them were talking about going up on the top. And of course I opened my mouth, didn't I? I've just been up there. So now they're heading up there. So it's nerve-wracking, I suppose, for everyone else watching, but it's actually not a bad thing to stand on in amongst the things I have stood on in the past. But yeah, I'm going to film them. I might as well film them, make them a little bit famous, put them in the history books.
A bit more to the left, you get the fat in it as well.
We'll leave these pair. They're going to try and get over onto the other rock, which I've just tried and I couldn't get my legs over. Well, she's over. She's over. She's a proper woman. None of this messing around Compton stuff.
No, well,
She just stepped over there then as well. She's obviously got longer legs than me. Well done you two, even though you've got to get back. Owen's got his drone up in the air. I think it nearly got him. Right, I've left the Trinnacles a bit now. They're just over there on the side there. I'm going to get back to some proper photography after a bit of silliness. Quite good fun. The other two got stuck on the rock on that high bit that they climbed onto, so I had to go over and pull them over and help them back over. So there's a lesson to be learnt. You know, if you're going to do it, make sure you can get back if you're going to go somewhere. Yeah, I've come over to this section here because I quite like this little rocky outcrop that I'm stood on now. And again, there's a big drop behind me, but I should bounce on this first bit first before I end up on the bottom. Excuse the wind if there's any wind noise, because it's the winds are gusting up. Mr. O's got his drone out up there. But yeah, I like this. I like the fact of having these rocks there, that bit there, or wherever we are, this piece here, surrounding that top reservoir. I'm at f11, which is pretty much what I've been shooting on mostly today, f11. I think I was on f7.1 when I was shooting the Trinnacle, because I wanted to try and get a bit of depth, a bit of separation between the two, so to try and blur out the background a little bit. I've got a polarizer on, and spinning it's not making a big difference, but the difference it is making is it's just taking the sheen off the reservoir a little bit, and making the greens just pop a bit. I'm bracketing because that's what I normally do. Saves putting filters in. I've got a little strip of sky. What I might try and do in a moment is take a panoramic, so I can get more sky in and more of the foreground in, because we've got a little clump of green heather down there. I mean, when the heather comes out up here, it's going to be amazing. But yeah, I've taken this shot. I'm going to take this one again now. I'm just going to focus on the foreground and take that. I'm not too worried about the background dropping off. It really doesn't bother me. And I've just noticed that the pathway, I've just put my hand in front of the camera when I took the image. How stupid is that? I've just noticed that the pathway down there is just cutting the edge of the rock, so I might move forward in a moment, but I might lose the heather as well. Don't put your hand in front of the camera when you're taking the pictures. The other one I've done as well, I've just taken a vertical shot, and this time I've got this little pool of water, a little puddle down there, little puddle, and then the lines leading through. So I've got the little puddle, lines leading off into the distance, and I've also taken one of that crack there. I stood up on the rock and tipped the camera horizontal and shot that as well, just to get a few different shots. I like the little grasses on the front of it. They are moving around, but they're quite nice. But there's loads of shots up here. It's a cracking view. It's a cracking walk once you've got up here. That bit down there was quite hard getting up the side of the river. But once you're up here, it's pretty spectacular. We're going to take the long walk back right the way along, all the way down that side. So I'll see if I can find some more compositions for you. There's some little, the heather's starting to grow. We have actually got little bits of colour coming in the heathers and stuff like that, which is really quite nice to see. So these areas I will definitely come back to, because I've never done these areas. Well, I've never done this area anyway, but I've never done these areas when the heather's fully out. I normally miss it. So I assume over the next few weeks the heather's season is going to come in and it's going to be beautiful. So I must bring Denise back and have a look at this. So yeah, let's get another couple of shots done, and then we're going to head back down. But yeah, I'll do at least to bring another one on and take you with me, just to let you have a look and see what I'm doing. Well, I think with the weather closing in on us, as you can see above my head, it's getting a bit dark looking and a bit grey looking. I think we're going to pack up and start heading back down, because it's a fair walk down. It'll take us a fair while to get down, and we don't want to get too caught up in all the storms and stuff if we can help it. But this is definitely going to be an absolutely fantastic place to come back to once the heather's in growth and stuff like that. It really will be quite nice. Look at that, isn't that fantastic? An absolute wonder of nature stuff like that. I absolutely love it. And to think I've been stood on that. Yes. Right, I'm going to say goodbye. I hope you, hopefully, seeing the free give images. I might nick a bit of Mr. O's. You done any footage? Yeah, he's got a bit of footage and some photos with his drone, so I might pinch a bit off of Mr. O just to chuck in the old video. Saves me getting mine out while the weather's changing. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. So thanks to Darren for suggesting that idea yesterday. Well done you. That's it's not a place that I would have come to straight away, to be honest. But yeah, I'm definitely coming back. I'm going to bring Mrs. C, but probably bring her up the less climby section. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave any comments and notes below. Tell me I'm stupid if you want. I can take it. I'm broad-shouldered and I'm old enough. So till next time, ciao for now. Take it easy and don't do stupid things. Ciao for now. Bye.